Hello YouTube, it's me, Demonic Angel. I'm back. Actually, I just recently beat this game, Bioshock Infinite. I was highly anticipating this game. Even so, I beat the previous two games in 2 days. I both restarted my profiles on both of them and then beat them, and now I got this one. This one's pretty awesome, I gotta say. First off, in this video, I'm going to split the review in a couple parts, like the combat review, the story review, and all that, because I don't want to make the review too long. Now, the combat in this game was actually greatly improved, because now you can have, there's a melee weapon in it that doesn't take up a slot in the weapon category. Like, it doesn't take up a weapon. You always have it no matter what guns you choose, which is great. Also, if you hold down the action button, you can do a new brutal attack on them, and it's pretty awesome. I like all the attacks. You can only have up to 2 guns, and while a lot of the magic powers, the vigors, they didn't really seem like there wasn't a lot many I used. I mainly used the fire one and the water one the most, or the electric one. I never really used any of the ones, like any of the new ones that just came out. The guns were all really good. What disappointed me was the guns. They didn't really come up with any new guns. Like, there was the basic, like, machine gun, pistol, rocket launcher, shotgun, and then there was a carbine, which was a semi-automatic rifle. But then what they did was they took those guns and then they made them, like, a different color, increased the damage and stats of them a little bit, and then called it a new gun. It just wasn't enough, and that what really bothered me. And a couple of the vigors seemed like they did really the same thing. But in the end, there were a lot of like variety, and I still ended up enjoying the game. It didn't really make me not want to play the game at all. A little thing that bothered me, I don't want to make a whole video about this, but I'm gonna throw it in this video, is the season pass. If they already have 3 DLCs planned, why wouldn't they put them in the game? Why don't they postpone the game's release again? And actually, never mind. That would just piss people off. Alright, forget I was ever gonna say that. But yeah, the combat is really good. It was greatly improved from the last 2 games. That's one thing that bothered me was the whole you can only have 2 guns things. So you usually end up sticking with 2 guns the whole game. 2 of the best guns in the whole game, which is, to me, personally, my 2 favorites are the carbine and the shotgun, or the miniguns. And this is also going to include the enemies. I'm not going to spoil too many enemies, but they get, like, recycled a lot. They're a lot of the same enemies in the end. They have a lot of new enemies, with the inclusion of, shit, what the fuck were they called? They were called, like, okay, they were like robot George Washingtons, and they had miniguns. They were like robot versions of George Washington, and they had miniguns, and they're really cool. And they replaced the Big Daddy with, I really can't remember the names, but it was this big ass like mech looking thing with like people who can't, like people who are too old. They preserve their life by putting them in a metal suit, and they can, like, jump around and stuff, and then, like, they can electrocute the skylines, and, which, they were pretty cool attachment, they were pretty awesome. And also the skylines are a new, add-on, which are little, like, like little roller coaster tracks that they put on in the air, and you can ride on them with your melee spinny blade, and they allow, like, a combat advantage. You can get on vantage points, you can get anywhere, you can even perform strikes from up there, where you jump off and then, like, hit someone. They're pretty much pretty awesome. Even though they go in a complete circle most of the time, they still end up being worth it, and they are really good. They're really cool to use. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with the story review. By the way, these reviews will all be posted today. Every single one of them. As soon as I turn the camera off, I'm recording again to do the story one. I just wanted to split them up, that way I'm not posting like an 18-minute review, because then my phone will tell me that it's too long and I have to cut it open or cut it off and like split it up. It's just going to be too much work, so I'm just going to make them short. Alright, see you next time.